familia.
Siga Broadcasting le informa que el siguiente programa es un programa pagado y el contenido total es responsabilidad de quien lo produce o anuncia.
Bienvenidos a Red Lip Latina Radio, the bold, unapologetic voice of San Antonio and beyond. We're turning up the heat on local, state, and national issues while breaking it down with real talk and real passion. From the streets of San Antonio to the halls of power at the White House, we're keeping you informed, engaged, and fired up. And because patriotism is more than just words, we're shining a spotlight on real changemakers, the fearless, the hardworking patriots making a difference in our communities. This is Red Lip Latina Radio, where we speak loud, proud, and with a little extra spice. All right, welcome back to Red Lip Latina Radio. My name is Cindy Dominguez. My beautiful co-host today, Jessica, is out. She's enjoying a Christmas, school play or performance. There you go, Christmas performance for her daughter. So I'm truly gonna miss her tonight. This is the first time, actually, that we haven't been on together.
Things happen.
Welcome to the Cindy Bloopers. Oh, that was good. Welcome, Santa.
Yes. It's all good.
All right, so let's get it together here, right? Oh my God, that was too funny. All right, so that was a popping experience, right? All right. Oh, so you have to speak right into the mic. All righty. Well, thank you once again for tuning in. We missed you since last Thursday. I do want to tell you that you are tuned in to another inspiring segment. We're having a special guest. We are going to join Lisa on the road. She's a model. She's an international ambassador. She's a collaborator. She's a partner, and yet she's still a huge powerhouse. So I'm super grateful to have met her at Proverbs and Profits, which was one of the sponsored events by Red Lip Latina Radio that we sponsor for our good collaborator and friend, Miss Genevieve Sims. I know some of y'all are tuning in right now to hear Sandra. Sandra will be here about 6:20. We're going to restart the show when she arrives. But let's talk about Miss Lisa Jordan here. What is her mission? It's simple.
Hi, everybody.
Go ahead. Say your name.
I am Lisa Jordan. You can find me on all platforms at Join Lisa on the Road. And we are launching Your Story is Magnetic. And we've got lots of great things going on.
Yes, tell us about Your Story is Magnetic. And what is the mission of that?
Yeah, so that is all about sharing stories, right? Because stories are powerful, they're impactful, and they move, they make waves, right? And so we're all about uplifting positive stories and helping to share that, no matter if it's in book form, interview, short story, documentary, you name it. That's what the platform is there to do. And so we are debuting a story coming up here of a young lady who got involved in the community. She happens to be my mom. And this is a part 1 of 2 series of her memoir. And it focuses on the great work that she did.
And is that what we have in front of us?
It is.
You want to show it to the camera?
It is, everybody.
Yeah.
So this is called Standing in My Truth, a woman's plea to stop racism and hate. She got involved in our community. My brother and I, where we were growing up, it was a very, let's just say we had a lot of racial incidents there, right? And it caused a lot of issues for not just us. And so she saw what was happening and got involved. And this book shares about not just her early life, but her involvement, how this came to be that she decided to do something about it, right? She's always said that when you see something wrong, you get involved and do something about it. So
wow, I naturally gravitated to chapter 3, political turmoil during my adolescent years.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That highlights me because I gravitated towards my eye out. But tell us a little bit about that real quick.
Yeah. So that part is talking about her early life and a lot of the things that were going on in the 50s, the 60s, especially the 60s and 70s, right? And it gives a little context of how she came to be who she was, right? She didn't just decide one day get involved, right? She was kind of seeing a lot of different changes happen in the political world and in our country. And whether it was a labor issue or anything else political, and she decided to get involved in those issues and help where she could.
Wow, well, this looks like a good book, and it feels good, and I like the way it's set up, and the pages are nice, and it's a memoir, right? So can you tell us, discuss a little bit more about the different racial incidents?
Yes, so my brother and I, when we moved to that area, we were 7 and 8 years old, and so there were a lot of places we couldn't go to play or visit. We had a hard time making friends because of that. There was a lot of terrorism in terms of like being chased, called names, things like that.
That sounds like adults today.
Right, unfortunately, right? And so there was just a lot of that going on, a lot of other violent acts against our property, against us, just making it known that we were not a fit for there.
Yeah, not welcomed or not like a cookie cutter fit.
Yeah.
And that's just horrific. I mean, I don't understand why people have to go out of their way to let someone know that they don't fit in. You know, we're all humans, you know, and we should be serving one another, loving one another, and, you know, helping each other, you know, especially throughout, no matter what type of community. I mean, it's just...
It's important.
Yeah.
It's important. And this book is an initiative to ensure that, for one, we help record the history, because do you know that if you were to look up a lot of the incidents that we describe in the book, you can't find a lot of that information now.
Yeah, because it's been like censored or hidden, so the next generation doesn't find it. But and you have to learn from the history that we've endured already, so we don't repeat it. You know, how do they say history repeats itself?
Yes.
So you decided to share this one first because tell us about that.
So it's just really important. I thought that for our first story debut on Your Story is Magnetic, this would be the best work to put out, because this is really the foundation of a lot of our problems in the world, right? A lot of misunderstandings, a lot of just lack of interest and getting to know, and the hatred that results from that.
Definitely
is why we're in the situation we're in. So
I just want to read the tagline right here, because it does say a woman's plea to stop racism and hate. Like, I mean, this is an impactful story because we still live this today. No matter what generation it is, we still live racism and hate.
Absolutely. And, you know, she says too, you know, she could touch at least one or motivate at least one in the world to kind of change their view or be willing to learn a little bit more at the very least, then it was worth it.
Well, the thing about women too is like we listen to other women's stories, and then, you know, if just say this was happening to me, then her story would inspire me to make a change or join her, or, you know, stop being affected by the racism and the hate that's affecting me internally, you know, make a change basically. So it's like a ripple effect. So I'm super glad that you are putting this out there, because women empower other women, and by sharing your story, storytelling is the only way to get it out. So it's a cultural experience that you're telling, but it's also a hereditary shift that you're breaking, because you also have learned from her, and you are not participating in that racism and hate. Instead, you're the chain breaker.
Yes, thank you for that. And I wanted to also highlight that, you know, there would be no Your Story is Magnetic if it went for how she raised us and what she nurtured in us in terms of accepting everyone and just really understanding that we're all God's children, right?
Exactly. So let's go over Your Story is Magnetic. What is that? Is that like the title of your business? Is that a support group?
Yes. So it's a subsidiary of my business. My business is Join Lisa on the Road. But Your Story is Magnetic is designed to say, hey, look, everyone has some type of very impactful story that can move in ways they may not even realize yet, right? And in doing that, it also attracts great things, I feel, positive things, when it is something uplifting and inspiring. And so that attraction is what makes it so magnetic.
Yeah, definitely. But I like the name that you chose for it also. How did you come up with the name? Was it experience you had, or just learning from your mom, or what was it?
I've been told over time that I have a very magnetic personality.
Love it.
And so I started with that. I do have ability to connect and empathize. And I think that that's important. And I want to encourage that in all of us, in any way, because it makes such a difference when you're able to do that. And so that's why I chose that name.
I love it. And what other kind of magnetic stories do y'all highlight, or what's in the future that you're going to be highlighting?
All sorts of human interest stories. So it could be something like a story of how you got involved in your music. Maybe it's from a musician. We've already done stories like that on our social media. We've also highlighted charities or other nonprofits that are doing great work, that some of them are for fostering children and in support of that. Some of them might be for other, great work in the community, raising money, things like that. So you'll see a lot more of those type of humanitarian effort stories on the platform.
I like that. How many books did you are in production for this?
Oh, a lot. So you can find that on our platforms. Your Story is Magnetic. There's a link available there. You can get it shipped to you.
Your story is magnetic.com, or?
Yes, that's coming. But on all social media, we have a link up in the bio. So on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, hit us up, Your Story is Magnetic, and you'll see the link there to find the book.
And what should we be on the lookout with you in the future?
Yeah, so outside of Your Story is Magnetic, join Lisa on the road. So a lot of what I do is I'm also an international ambassador and model. So that platform highlights a lot of those types of things beyond our borders and more. So there'll be fun things coming up on there. It's not just about modeling and things like that.
I love it. Modeling could be impactful, though. We were just a part of, oh my gosh, we just had this big modeling show in October. Were you a part of that?
More than likely.
With Fashion for Life?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Love. Okay. Shout out to Matthew Smith and Fashion for Life.
We had his wife on here and her assistants on here too.
Yeah, I love all of them.
And that was very impactful. So I loved it.
I go to them their show every year. And I love what they do in support of victims of domestic violence.
Domestic violence, yeah. Well, this was our first year at Lip Latina supporting them as media sponsors. So it was super great. So we did have them on the show, and then we did also promote their event. So it was really touching. And what else have you modeled for? Just tell us about that.
So I have done modeling for Dream Fash SA. I've done modeling for Muses Runway. That was an international runway that I did. I have done different platforms.
Love it. Yeah, that's also inspiring, because sometimes women or men, they don't have the self-confidence to even say that they could be a model. Like, they don't meet the industry standards, they say, but
I mean, that's why I do it.
Yeah,
that's exactly why I did it. I'm a big proponent of diversity. And the only reason I didn't start modeling early on in life is because of the issues that I had growing up, which we talk about in the book, right? But it's never too late to start something. And the suggestion was made to me that I should. And so I did. And I do it because I'm one of the shortest models out there. I'm one of the older models.
Well, you look so young. You look very young.
Thank you for that. Yeah. But that's why I do it, to inspire. And I do all sorts of modeling, print, commercial, whatever.
Oh, I love it.
So, it shows that, if you really want something and you enjoy all sorts of different type of modeling, it's not just about clothes. It could be anything.
Could be anything.
Yeah.
Hey, I need some lipstick models.
Hey.
Our lipsticks just came out. Our lipsticks just came out on
I'm excited
Sunday.
about that. I saw that with Genevieve, her shade. It's
so
beautiful.
I named one after Genevieve, because Genevieve has been a very loyal friend, and her family also, and
love that.
Very supportive in a lot of ways. And she always says collaboration is a new currency, right? But she has been there for me, I think, since like January. I barely met her. I probably have known her like under a year.
Oh, really? Yeah.
But even at that, like all the life storms and tragedies and, letdowns that I've been through this year, she was there by my side and was a loyal friend.
That's Genevieve. I immediately was drawn to her. She is a magnetic.
Oh, that's right. You're one of her good friends too.
Yeah, she is. From day one, she took me in that way. You know what I mean? Because she is just so genuine and kind-hearted, and it shines in all that she does. And you just can't help yourself. So.
Yeah, so
Shout out
that's
to
why I named the lipstick after Genevieve.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And if you purchase the lipstick, a Genevieve lipstick, $5 of the sale goes back to Proverbs and Profits.
Oh, lovely.
Because I want to make sure that part of her, business goes, nationwide.
I love that.
Yeah,
love that.
so
I'm
that's
excited
why I
for
created
that.
the Genevieve. Yeah, I have it right here.
Love.
I was going to talk about it on the next segment of the show, one of my besties, but I'm going to show you.
Yes.
I'll show you her lipstick, the Genevieve.
I love it. Oh my goodness.
You can open it. Like, my dad was like, "What is wrong with your arm?"
Right.
Because every day I have new lipstick marks. You can't see it, but every day I've had new marks on my wrist. And he was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I don't even know how to turn it to the camera." There you go. But
this is beautiful. Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, so I have those for sale. She has the entire box, but I have a few with me.
Okay.
But yeah, she was so excited, and she said, "Can I have all my lipsticks?" So I let her take them. Yeah. But I'm gonna do a little makeup on the next segment. That's the Cindy.
Yay.
I got the Patriot Red.
Oh my goodness.
And we got the Jessica.
I love reds. Oh my goodness.
And they're also different. Well, you can see here, they're also different.
They are very different.
This is the Genevieve.
Love it.
The Jessica, the Cindy, and the Patriot Red.
I mean, it just adds so much life, right, to your overall.
I read something today. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It said, by putting on lipstick, hold on, it says, here it goes. Data shows applying lipstick can actually make your brain perform better.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. It changes the whole vibe. Your energy becomes so alive when you feel good, you look good.
If I don't wear it, people are like, "Are you okay? Are you sad?
Yeah,
Are you depressed?"
yeah.
No, absolutely not. But when I wear the lipstick, it makes me feel a lot better. Like,
Absolutely.
smile for the camera so we can take this. Yay. I love it. So I'm going to make that as a thumbnail later. But is there any words of encouragement that you want to give our listeners? What would you like to say to them if there was
I would just say, you know what? If you have something that you'd love to share, no matter how you want to share it, hit us up at Your Story is Magnetic on all social media. We'll be more than happy to collab, figure out, how we can best highlight you. And I'm telling you, you have the power to really change someone's life.
And do you highlight women and men?
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Yes. Men's story are very important as well. And so. Mm-hmm.
I realized last year, I was dating at the time, and then I decided to stop. But I decided that, and it wasn't, I did not pointing fingers to men or to women, but I noticed that the men were broken because of the previous woman had brought them down and degraded them so badly. And I felt bad. It was more like counseling sessions.
Yes.
So I had to stop. I stopped dating because of that. I was like, man, this is my counseling session. I keep counseling all these guys. I don't want to do this,
Right. It does. That's happening a lot, right? Where they're coming from something and they haven't necessarily maybe had the time to do
heal,
the internal work to heal. And so, unfortunately, the next person ends up being that for a while.
The sounding board, yep.
Yeah.
And the therapy, so.
Yeah, and it's taxing. It does add up, and it's a bit unfair,
Yeah.
And so I completely understand that. I've been there. I've also had other friends that have said the same thing. And this is why, too, in terms of men's stories, it doesn't matter what type of story it is. The fact that you're open to sharing and you're brave enough to show that, goes a long way, and it inspires other men to do the same. And they might look at something differently and go, hey, you know what? Yeah, I made a mistake here, but I still have the power to turn things around.
Yeah, and that's how we learn. We learn to be better people by the things that we have gone through and using them as lessons and internalizing them and then healing,
Yeah.
So, they say hurt people, but I also say healed people heal people. So find your tribe that's going to help you heal, and if it's either writing about it, talking to somebody about it, find somebody who y'all need some good loyal friends in your life to hear you out, because I know it's hard to confide in people and then they go and share your business, but
I know.
But you're more than welcome to talk to me, or you're more than welcome to share your magnetic story, right?
Yes,
With
yes,
Lisa?
and I will say that one of the biggest things that I learned here and was so moving to me. I probably shed some tears over this. I wrote the foreword for this book, and it's a real testimony of just a summary of how I came to be who I am today and what I learned and some other things that I'm still learning, right? Some things like forgiveness, right? I mean, especially if you grew up and you had some misfit issues or identity issues like me, you have to learn to forgive as well. And I touched base on that.
I like what you wrote right here, or what Julie Beth wrote.
Yes. So these
it's
are
one of the
signed
most
copies.
major quotes in life, and it says, let me see, where's that camera? Where is it? It says, walk in peace. So I'm going to tell you right now, when I had gotten a divorce, and my whole goal when I was raising my children, I told them, we go to bed in peace, and we wake up in peace, not pieces.
Oh, I love that. Wow.
And I mean, that's the only thing. That was the goal. You come home, you know that our home's peaceful. There's nothing bad going to go on there. Our home is peaceful. We're going to bed in peace. We're waking up in peace.
Yes.
Not in pieces. I was done, not only being broken, but having my stuff being broken and waking up to my stuff in pieces. I was just done, So that's one of the things. So I always told them, like, if you're going to, be with someone, date someone, find your future, you need to make sure that they go to bed in peace and they wake up in peace, because if not, none of us are sleeping.
Absolutely.
So
I'm so proud of you.
Well, thanks.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thanks. It's a lot. It's a lot to heal. It's a whole journey. And this is therapy. You wrote about it. It's therapy.
Yeah.
So that's important to me, because there's a lot of broken people out there. And just to let you know, like, it's the holiday season. It's tough out there. I know it is, but you are not alone. You are loved. You have a purpose in your life. You have a calling on your life. If you wake up again tomorrow, you remember that. You remember that there's a purpose for you.
Yes.
You're not alone. I know the holiday seasons are tough, but you can always reach out to us. My phone number is on my page. My phone number is everywhere. It's 210-792-5654. But you can reach out, and if you need someone to talk to or someone to be there for you, but you are not alone. And I really appreciate you writing this. What else would you like to tell us about this?
So I would say some of the biggest takeaways from this would be unity, for one thing. We do share in here toward the end of the book that an example of how we all were able to come together in the world, right? And that was when we have an eclipse, any eclipse really, like it's so fascinating that humanity can come together regardless of what culture or race, and we can all look up and wonder, right?
Yeah.
And take in that moment and share about it, right? And feel that together. So if we can go that far, why can't we?
And that's so true, because the other day the big winter moon came out, and I talked to anybody and everybody, hey, did you see the big winter moon? Look at the winter moon. And I was just so excited to see how huge it was, how white it was, how it was just magnetic.
Beautiful.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
And I talked to so many people, look up, like, basically stop and smell the roses, but instead, look up at the moon, how beautiful that is. And you're right.
It's important to share in those moments and take them in, right? Because now, you remember on this last eclipse, I believe it was, here in San Antonio, we were so cloudy that day.
Yeah, I was so
We missed
dizzy.
a lot of it.
Yeah.
Right. And I was so bummed. A lot of people were bummed. But other people in Texas were able to see it, and across the country.
They shared
And
their
that's
pictures.
great.
Yeah.
And we got to share in the pictures and video as best we could, right? But it's just the point, right, that we are able to come together to take in those things and appreciate them.
Yeah, you're right.
And
You're
it
right.
doesn't matter what we look like. We all take it in, right? So
Yesterday, I was out looking at a new location, and I looked up, and there was a sycamore tree. And some of the leaves are green, but also some of the leaves are white. And when you feel them, they're like white velvet.
oh wow.
And I picked some. But the sycamore tree, it's grounding because it was in the Bible. That's where Zacchaeus climbed the sycamore tree. So I've always, every time I just pass by, and my eye is always attracted to them. I don't know. I find sycamore trees everywhere now. But I love that. I love to stop and take a look at that sycamore tree and just take a leaf. I took a leaf. All the leaves are like 9 to 12 inches. They're just huge.
Wow.
And I took a leaf, and unfortunately it died in my car. But still, the story of it, feeling and the talking about it, and just talking to the others that were there. They could all stand around the tree and never even knew it was a sycamore.
Wow.
Because we don't really study trees, right? But
Yeah.
but I knew it was one. So I shared that with everybody, and it's weird because I talked to a whole bunch of strangers about that darn tree.
Well, and it's another example of, to your point, you can be near it or walk by it every day and not really understand what that is or take that in at all.
Yeah.
And nothing resonates until
You
someone
connect it to something and tell someone, yeah.
Yes.
So,
And so I love that. I'm the same way even with butterflies. I'm a big butterfly fan, right? Because, they represent hope and transformation. They represent a lot of great things. And so just the other day at a park, I saw one pop up, but it kept flying in front of me into the same place. And broad daylight, very sunny, and just kept flying around and landing in front of me. And I thought, this means something. And a nice couple was walking up behind me as I'm trying to pull out my phone to get a shot. And they're like, what do you see? What do you see? And I show them. And they said, oh, that's a red admiral butterfly. I said, oh, really?
Oh, wow.
And they're like, pretty sure. You can look it up now. So I looked it up. And there's nothing red about this butterfly at all. So
I only know the monarchs. So
yeah, but it's super unique in its design. And again, reflecting spiritual awakening, and hope, faith. And I just really took that moment. I stood there for the longest time, even after that couple walked away, just really enjoying that butterfly.
Yeah, you had like a moment of like an epiphany, and also like a new beginning just by watching that, it just once again connects to another part of you where you feel like you have heard and internalized the story of the butterfly. It was a caterpillar, who paid attention when it was
evolved.
a caterpillar? Yeah.
It evolved.
Nobody paid attention, right? So now that it's what kind did you say it was?
A red admiral.
You had a picture of it?
I do.
So I never even heard of a red admiral butterfly, but I've heard of the monarch and a few others, and then of course the pesky moths, right? But I think that when I went back and forth on some things, oh yeah, that's nice. You could probably put it in the camera, but that's a great butterfly right there.
So see, it's called a red admiral, but there's no red to it. It's got that orange outline, and then you've got the black and white on the outer part of the wings.
And the pattern is so different.
Yeah,
so different.
It's very different. This is a shot I took of it at the park, and I just thought, and it was just so moving to me. There was just something about that I just thought, hey, I have to just take this in, and I've been told plenty of times, what we discover a lot about ourselves in the quiet, right?
Yeah.
When you're just
still.
yeah, just be still. And so
Selah moment.
And that was that moment for me.
I love it. And that's how I feel about the sycamore tree.
Yes. Yes.
That's my moment. I'm just like, they're like, you're sure in love with the sycamore tree? I said, no, not really, but it just means something. Like you put context to it, you put the meaning behind it.
Yeah.
And it embrace it. Embrace the moment, you know?
Yes.
All right. Well, we're at 6:30 right now. Do you have, we have like 30 seconds left for a final word. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, guys, feel free. I travel a lot, but I am around. So if you ever need anything, anyone to talk to as well, whatever the case, anything. I love to do things that are uplifting and positive, and I love to join you. Whatever movement you're on, let's do it. If you're a nonprofit, let's connect. Let's collaborate. Hit me up at Join Lisa on the Road, and your story is magnetic.
All right. So love that. Make sure y'all follow her on both of those and share her testimony, her information, and her book. How do they buy the book?
So we have links on all of our social media for it. Again, just click on the link in the bio. It'll bring you right there.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. We're going to end the show and we're going to restart it, okay? And we got a special guest coming on next. See? All right. Thanks,
everybody.
Otto. We're out. We'll be right back.